everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello, welcome to the start of another weekend vlog. Welcome to me, freshly showered and washed my hair. Hello. I am here. It is 1 p.m. and the sun is freaking shining today. Holy shit. Welcome to the weekend, friends. This weekend gonna be very low-key, very chill. Nothing is gonna be crazy. I don't really have anything going on, which is nice and fun because, yo, I need some relaxation time, which is like a standard, but it is officially the second weekend I've had Freya. Guys, we're I'm so much better. I'm so much more settled in. Haven't cried in like a week. I feel great. I've had her now officially for a week and things are great. Things are good. Things are much better. So, and thank you guys all for your lovely comments on my last video. That was very sweet of you. It's gonna be very chill. I have plans to read because I am behind on my reading goal already. I would like to finish a couple books this weekend because I just haven't finished really anything in February yet, so I gotta get moving. I'm currently reading Death of the Author by Neri Okorafor. I'm 100 and some odd pages in, and unless this gets a lot weirder, it's very mid. So I was expecting from the description of this for this to go very strange, and like, hey, it might. I'm not even halfway through. I've read a couple like reviews that don't have any spoilers, and a lot of people are saying like, you will like this if you like literary fiction, like don't go in expecting sci-fi. And I was like, well, I was going in expecting sci-fi. Oh no. So this follows a disabled Black woman's authorial explosion, essentially, where she, after like she hits rock bottom and she decides to start writing in a completely new genre and writes this robot-centric sci-fi, essentially. And she writes it, she works on it for like a year and a half kind of a thing, and then she ends up sending it to her agent and it blows up, and it like, she makes millions of dollars, gets movie deals, all this kind of stuff. What I thought this was that she was kind of, honestly, my impression of it was that she was controlling the world through this book, through the writing of this book. So I was very surprised that where I'm at, it's already like she's publishing her book, like it's done. And I was like, oh, I thought like she was going to be actively writing this book, the whole book, and it was like going to start influencing the world around her. That was the impression I got from the description. I don't know why. Oh yeah, a book within a book that blurs the line between writing and being written. Death of the Author is a masterpiece of metafiction that manages to combine the razor-sharp commentary of Yellowface and Tomorrow. Surprisingly funny, deeply poignant, and endlessly discussable. This is at once the tale of a woman on the margins risking everything to be heard, and a testament to the power of storytelling to shape the world as we know it. So I got the impression that her sci-fi was like shaping the world, and like the world that she was going to be actively living in was going to be changing as she was writing. I am wrong so far. It is just a commentary on, so far, being disabled and living as a marginalized woman, as a Black woman, as a Black disabled woman, and the horrors and atrocities that she goes through, not only in her own family, but like in the publishing world and stuff like that. So that's what this one is. It's fine. It's fine so far. I am about that far into it, so not very far. Other than that, I'm going to be reading one of these two books, which both of these are off of the My Friends Pick My TBR. So we've got Moonbound or Parable of the Sower. So I'm going to be picking one of these bad boys up, hopefully both. That would be great in a perfect world. And I'm going to be writing. I have to write. I have to get back on my shit. I got it. I got to get back into a favorite thing. So that's the plan for this weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna eat, I made myself a bowl of cereal, so I'm gonna eat it before it goes all soggy. And I'll chat to you guys a little later, but yeah, welcome to the weekend.
This is incredibly helpful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, incredibly helpful. I can 100% still read this. Yes. Hi.
Hey friends. It is officially, did I even say hi today? Yes, I did. I started the video today. I started the vlog today. Hi, it's still Saturday. Technically Sunday because it's 1 a.m. But I read this in one sitting and I just talked about it for 23 minutes for my Friends Pick My TBR video. I also went on a little rant halfway through about literacy and understanding literacy. So that's gonna be fun to edit for me. But holy shit, what a book. Holy motherfuck. I should not have read this all in one sitting. And yet I could not put this down. And yet this book is unbelievably slow at the beginning. And I was wanting it to kick into gear and move on. But this was a masterpiece. I mentioned in that video, I'm going to talk about this very briefly because a lot of my thoughts are in that video, but that'll come out at the end of at the beginning of March. This book, because it was written a while ago, right? This is the 90s, I think, 1993, in the 90s. I think if this had been written today, in this political climate, with what writers and of this ilk are doing, or of like writing these kinds of stories, these dystopian stories that have commentary on race and gender and class differentiation, all that kind of stuff, I think it would be a whole lot more angry and more slap you over the head with realizing all these different things that it wants to talk to you about. This book, as it is, so nuanced. It is gentle and yet so fucking brutal in what it's trying to say. It doesn't focus super heavily on gender difference and misogyny or patriarchy or anything like that. I think if this is written today, it would be one of the biggest themes in here, and biggest commentary about this would be how women are looked down upon and stepped all over. But you get that in this book because there is no respect for women in this book. It is there are just attacks on women and rape, and it's like people have gone back to like medieval times when people would like pillage places and like just rape and kill, and you know, that kind of a vibe. Like that inherent misogyny is just in it. It's not really talked about. It's not, you know, the girls don't get extremely mad about it. They don't go on like their diatribes about it. It's just a fact of their life that they need men around to, like, men they feel safe with, to keep them safer. Not safe, but safer. And the fact that our main character Lauren in this decides to disguise herself as a man so that it looks like instead of one man and two women, one white man and two women, it is a white man and a black woman, so that they have a little bit more power in their little group that they start off with in this. Like, this is a dystopian novel that follows Lauren from the years of 2024 to 2027. It is so freakishly realistic. The first 2024 to 2026 hurts to read because it is today. It is so close to the political climate and almost the environmental climate of today. It is a little spooky how accurate girly Octavia E. Butler was able to do that. And then after 2027, something happens to Lauren's community. It's an upheaval and she must flee with these two other people from her community, and they start going north and they start gathering more people. It reminds me very, very much of the 5th season, very specifically that first book. A little bit of The Moon Over the Crusted Snow by Waubgeshig Rice, and a little bit of The Marrow Thieves by Sherry Dimmock. Like, those 3 books, I could easily see if they took inspiration from this, because those 3 books are obviously newer than this one. But as I was saying, like, this book, the fact that it was written in the 90s or it might have been written in the 80s, I guess, and just published in the 90s, but like the nuance of it is keeping it so much less bombastic and so much less like anything we have today in this genre, that I think that specifically makes this a fucking masterpiece. I honestly think that if this was published today, if this was written today, it would be so much more in your face with all of these issues that are subtly discussed in here and the nuance of this. But I go off in my other video about the fact that the readership of today just can't understand nuance as much. The masses, not necessarily the individuals like you and me, friend, because I learned how to be a critical reader my entire life. I've always been a critical reader. I've always been a very comprehensive reader. That's not a way that I could comprehend things incredibly well, because as I say in my other video, like as a kid, I had a really hard time reading things out loud. And so people always kind of second guessed my comprehension of things. So I worked extra hard to prove that I was fucking reading what I was reading and I was actually a really good reader, just not out loud, you know? I'm really good at comprehending things. And then I went through an entire fucking English literature degree to learn how to argue properly and to investigate these texts. So I am a privileged person to have done that and to be able to have those skills built in me, obviously. But the fact that I had this empathy and these connections and the willingness to fight for the underdog, even just having been a reader as like a teenager, and the fact that people today can read these books and fight for the underdog in the books and then not do that in real life, fucking insanity to me. But this book was great. I don't even know my point about this. Just the fact that I mentioned before, I shouldn't have read this in one sitting, but I had to because I couldn't put it down. And the nuance of this book is so poignant that I want to reread this again, like so soon. And I want to get Parable of the Talents, which is the second book in this duology, and really get into that one as well to get the whole picture of what Octavia E. Butler is saying. And I want to study it, and I want to really get into it because holy motherfuck. Was this something? This was something, y'all. Holy shit. Read this. Required reading for my channel now, guys. Add that to the list. I now have 3 books that are for sure required reading. Chain Gang All-Stars, 5th season, and this bad boy. Wow. What a book to start my friends pick my TBR video on, because everything else from here in that video is very like not nearly as hard hitting as this. Most of them are romances, and like one of them is just funny. I'm gonna need to sit on that one for a second and see how that one goes. But anyways, it is past 1 a.m. now. I should really go to bed. The sleep schedule that was getting fixed as I got Freya is completely reset itself almost, because I've gotten used to her. So I'm back to my old bullshit with sleep schedules, but I'm trying not to. But yeah, that's really all I did today. Didn't do any writing. Tomorrow we'll do some writing. I got so sucked in to Parable of the Sower. I could not stop to write my own thing. Tomorrow we write 2,000 words. We make it happen, friends. Anyways, I don't know where my cat is. She's probably under the table or staring at me from somewhere. Yes. You want to see where she is? She's being a cutie patootie, and she's decided to make my stack of unhaul books her bed. What are you doing, sweet one? Are you being cute? Look at you. You're loafing on the top of a book stack. Holy guacamole. Cutie patootie. Anyways. Oh, what a day. But yeah, Saturday. Yeah, all I really did was sit on my couch today and read this, and then I also went to Mom and Dad's and shoveled a little bit because we had some snow, and they're not home right now. They're home tomorrow, but anyways. I have no other words. Wow. What a book. What a book to pick. Holy shit. Oh my god. Also, it's been like 3 seconds. I went to the library today and I got 2 more books that were ready for me. One of them is a book club pick for this month, which is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, which feels apt because it's February. And then another one is My Kind of Trouble by L.A. Schwartz, which is a plus-size romance. So I'm gonna try to squeeze that in at some point this month for sure. I also chose to DNF this because I realized like the next day or the 2 days later that I was like, I don't want to pick that book up again. I just don't want to read it. So I'm not going to. Hi, you squeaking at me? She says, I want to be part of the conversation. I got so many library books, y'all. I love a good library stack, but I have to actually read them. That's the issue. Anyways, I'll chat to you tomorrow for Sunday.
Hello. She says your feet smell different. Oh my God. I can smell a kitty cat. Come on, gorgeous. Let's go. Come on. Look at that tail. Come on, baby. What you doing, baby? What you doing, baby? Hello, sweetness. Come here. Hello. I missed you. I did.
Hello, friends. Happy Sunday. Technically Monday, because it is now 1 a.m. What's new? I am here because I just added 10,000 words to A Favorite Fae. To be exact, hi, Freya, 10,093 words. Yeah, I don't know where that came from either, because earlier it was a struggle to get 400 words. And then I went to mom and dad's, had some pizza, came back, and I was like, all right, let's fucking lock in. And then I let myself jump away from the scene that I was writing in because it just wasn't working. Like, my brain was not flowing. I didn't know what I was going to do because it was a fresh scene. And I just started going back to scenes that I had already written previously, and I knew where I wanted them in the draft now. So I added 10,000 words to this draft. I am now sitting at 73,684 words in A Favorite Fae. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my God. I did it. I am back, guys. Hopefully this sticks. I'm back. Holy fuck. So yeah, that's what I've been doing all evening. Holy shit. I'm back, y'all. And I can feel myself getting back in the story. Granted, I did not write like 10,000 fresh words. A lot of it was me just pulling from previous chapters, as I said, that I have written, and just like fitting them in the timeline better and like putting them in where like the pieces should be. It looks so funny. I'm tapping her butt. I'm tapping Freya's butt. She's right here. Just a black void. Hey, little girl. Yeah. So that was my evening. Holy shit. I had intended to come home and write another like 1,000 words just to get in the groove of it again, and then to stop and then to read more, because I started Moonbound today by Robin Sloan, and it's already very, very interesting to me because the narration's very interesting. Our narrator is such an interesting creature, but like my book just consumed me. Thank God. I needed that push. I needed that 10,000 words to kick me into gear. Where do you want to go right now? What's happening? I can sense that you want to leap. You're not a leaper, though. You're not a leaping lemur yet. Oh, don't fall. I got you, little one. There you go. Oh, please don't dig into my pants. Your claws. Well, as Freya's going to tell you next, I definitely... I had intentions to read Moonbound more, to read more of it, but I guess I just won't because it's already past 1 a.m. So... The fact that she's cleaning herself in front of the camera right now is really funny. Look, it's you. It's you. Little goose. What's his foot doing? What's it doing in the air? What's it doing in the air? But yeah, holy fuck. What a day. All right. Guys, I struggled for so long with trying to write earlier today. I am genuinely baffled. Genuinely. So baffled, even though a lot of it was just me pulling from previous draft. No, this is not for you. It's not for you. No. So we're back? Question mark? What I should really do is start a writing vlog and like keep myself accountable again. But I have not only a series vlog for the Megan E. O'Keefe Devoured Worlds books, but I also have my Friends Make My TBR for February, and that's a lot of vlogs to juggle. So we'll see if I do start one, but I really should, just so that I can keep myself accountable and push myself to the end of this draft, because I need a draft done so that I can send it to betas. I was hoping to send it out in March. Like, that's still a low-key goal, to be able to send it out in March. Whether that is at the beginning of March or halfway through March, I'm not sure. But now that I've written 10,000 words, I'm gonna try and keep myself on some sort of an even schedule and keep writing at least once for 30 minutes a day, just to get words down and get this story underway. I just need to be back in it, I think. But I think now that I've reached this point in A Favorite Fae, I'm in part 3. I'm wrapping up the back half of part 3 before going into part 4 and part 5, which is when things kind of kick off more. And it's also where I have a lot less written and where a lot more needs to be written. So I'm excited to delve into that and to really explore it, you know, just to see where things are going. But I love that this looks like a toupee in the corner. It's very staticky in here. I'm sorry, I'm making fun of your staticky fur. But we shall see how this goes from here. I'm desperate to get some kind of order back in my writing life because I have been also getting many ideas for more books just in general, like more fantasy books, not in the world of Rivar, entirely disconnected from my world that I've created in my Airmount book series. And I'm so, like, I want to write them. I keep getting ideas. Like, I have an idea for a sci-fi, which I never thought I'd have. And I have another idea for like a really gritty, dark, sapphic Gideon the Ninth meets Vicious by V.E. Schwab type of story that is inspired by Florence and the Machine's the Girl with One Eye song. I've also been inspired just the other day coming up with an entire like basis and like back synopsis for a book by the song Blood Upon the Snow by Hosier when he did that collaboration with Bear McCreary for the God of War Ragnarok soundtrack. And I have a whole like fantasy world starting to be built in my head and I keep thinking about it. I'm like, I don't have time for this because after Favorite Fame, Sage is next. So I don't know where these ideas are gonna go. I've written them down in my phone. I love that I'm getting a little bit of the inspiration vibe back, the creativity push to create. So I'm hoping that I can channel that into drafting. This is incredible. This is great. This is a great angle. I love that Freya decided to lean right up against you. She's vlogging. Oh my god. Anyways. So that's what's up. I didn't do as much reading as I wanted to do today, but that's okay. I'm still happy that I finished a book this weekend in its entirety. Read the entirety of Parable of the Sower. I also don't know if I've talked about Death of the Author by Nydia Okorafor, another one that I'm reading. I'm like 40-something% of the way through. This book is just fine for me. It's not really doing anything surprising. It's a lot more lit fic than I was expecting. I did mention that I wanted this to be more weird. That's right. It's definitely giving, like, I can see the comparison to Yellowface, which is mentioned. I can see that because of the journey to becoming an author and the fame and the, like, social media aspect of things. Not the, like, stealing someone else's work type of thing, because our main character is who she says she is and wrote the book that she did. She didn't steal anything else, but, like, the vibe of the being in an authorial life, dealing with publishing and all that kind of stuff is very similar to Yellowface. That's interesting, but it's not what I wanted. I wanted this to be weirder. I don't know why or how it would have been done, but the slow leaking of sci-fi into the real world would have been really cool, I think. I think it could have been done interestingly. And I think Nydia Okorafor could have done it. Because from what I remember, having read Lagoon by her a number of years ago for university, it was so interestingly narrated. Like every chapter had a different narrator, including like sea life and aliens and stuff. It was very cool. And that was a really long time ago. So I feel like she could have done what I'm thinking in this book. But I don't know. Who's to say it doesn't do something a little more interesting by the end of this? But I don't know. I'm just like, I haven't been wanting to pick this up, which is why I read the entirety of Parable of the Sower yesterday, and why I started Moonbound today. But we'll see how things go with these. I also never mentioned it, but I did get another pre-order in the mail today, The Baby Dragon Cafe by not today, this past week, Friday, by A.T. Qureshi. This is from the UK. I ordered it from Waterstones because the UK's release date was in January and the American release day was I think in July. And I was like, I don't want to wait that long. And also this cover is so freaking cute. I don't remember what the American cover looks like, but I liked this one so much more. So I ordered off of Blackwell's because if you didn't know, Blackwell's has free shipping internationally. So you can get the pretty copies and in the cover that you want shipped to you for free. Obviously the book's not free, but like free shipping, which is just phenomenal. Sure, the prices are a little crazy because it's still like Canadian book prices on a lot of hardcovers and stuff. But like this one was only $18 to get it to me, which is fantastic because paperbacks like this here in Canada would be $24 before taxes. So I'm happy about that. This was only $18 to get it to me. I love that, and I'm excited to read it. It's a cozy fantasy romance where fire meets desire, if you will. And all these little baby dragons are so freaking cute. It is officially February 9th, 10th, because it's Monday. We have 18 days until the end of this month. Oh, I don't like the way that I just quantified that. And I have so many things that I want to read, so many things that I want to write, but we're doing okay, I think. I think we're back in it. The 10,000 words today just really kicked and hopefully hit the ground running with what I have to go from here. And then I just have to keep reading for the My Friends Pick My TBR, which thankfully all the books that my friends picked are nice and tiny this time. Nobody picked a tome for me to read, so I am very thankful. I think the biggest one is Moonbound. Everything else is nice and petite. And we'll see how things go, but I have that one to do. I also got a notification today that my audiobook for the India Holton is vanishing in a couple days, so I might try to listen to that tomorrow just so that I can get through it really fast. I actually really like listening to India Holton books on audio. But anyways, I've been yapping for so long. Freya is now falling asleep to me yapping because she's like, Mother, it is bedtime. Why the fuck are we still awake? Oh, you're so cute. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this back foot. I appreciate this back foot so deeply. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at these toe beans. Look at them. Look at those toe beans. Give the viewers what they want. Toe beans. Oh, sweet girl. There. She's having a little snoozy woozy. Yeah. She has found a couple new places in my place that she loves. She loves to sleep on the back of my couch now, right behind me, which is adorable and fantastic. And she sleeps like in the crevice between the cushion and the wall, because my couch like goes up to the wall, the thing. And she also likes to sleep on my office chair when I'm not here. So when I go to work, when I go teach, she sleeps in my office chair, which I think is just the cutest thing. I also got her a new bed, in general, just because I think I have her during the day when I'm working on one of the yellow chairs next to me, and I had her just on a blanket, and she seemed fine with that, but I was like, I feel like she would like to be super cozy. So I got her a really cheap bed off of Amazon, because I know cats are fickle. So we'll see if I would love this bed. It seems so soft. It's like one of those big plush donut type of things. So we'll see if she sleeps in it tomorrow when I'm working, but as of right now, she's being just utterly, look at this. Look at you. Yeah, she's one of those rare cats who doesn't mind belly rubs, by the way. She likes a blue belly rub. She likes a good belly rub. Yeah. That's my girl. Oh, ow. I feel like I deserve that. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed and I'll chat to you guys tomorrow, but what a day. 10,000 words. Holy fuck. Sweet one. You like my lap desk? Say happy Monday, friends. It's officially Monday. Hi, friends. It's Monday, and I'm here, home from work, with the little kitty on my lap, technically on my lap desk, which is a little unfortunate because I do need to set up and edit this vlog now, and this was where I was gonna put it, but she decided she is the vlog now, so you know, great times. Anyways, I have not yet read anything more today or written anything more today. It was just work today. That's it. And then watching Freya absolutely lose her gourd over this new bed. She doesn't like it as a bed. She says, this is a new toy and I must destroy it. And she has been fighting it. Like, I've never seen her fight something like that, which is fun. And then when I got home, I had ordered a litter genie because I realized that I had no real way to, like, you know, clean her litter. and also keep the smell out of my bathroom because she is stanky. So I got a litter genie and it arrived today. She loves the box. She was playing with it earlier. I got home and I was making myself dinner. Like, I have just like a mess of things. I put the bed that she has a vengeance against inside the box and she was pleased. She was having a great time. She loves the papers. She was doing a little stalking. She was having a great time with the box and the bed in the box. But yeah, so that's the verdict on the bed. She doesn't think of comfy time in bed. She think of fight time. So she literally did not settle when I was working today until the last like hour when I put her on my desk in front of me and I didn't let her crawl on my computer. I just put her on my desk in front of me. She fell asleep on my planner. So that was very cute. But yeah, so that's the bed chronicles. At least it was only like $20 or something. It wasn't very expensive. And she thinks it's like a giant toy. So that's fine, I guess. It's another thing for her to play with. So I got that in. I got the litter genie in today. And yeah. I'm still bamboozled over the fact that I added 10,000 words to a favorite fae last night. Like, holy bananas. I would love to get some more writing done today. So we're gonna see after I edit this video and get it up for you guys how much time I have left and whether or not I have the brain space to write or whether I just want to read, because I do want to try and read every day. But I did break my like streak that I had because I read for the entirety of January. I did break my streak on the 6th of February. I didn't read anything on the 6th and it broke my streak. I was so sad because I had hit like 38 days or something. So I'm back on it and I've been reading every day, but we'll see. We'll see if I end up reading any more today. But I wanted to pop in and officially end this vlog. I ended up reading one book and a little bit of another one. I'm still reading Death of the Author by Neri Okorafor, and I finished the entirety of Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler, and I can firmly say it was 5 stars. Might not be a new favorite, but it is definitely a masterwork and something that is going to stick with me forever and ever and ever, and is one of the best dystopians, if not the best dystopian book I've ever read. I have also officially broken my book buying ban, and I bought Parable of the Talents, and I also bought the first book, the questionably first book of the Patternist series. Not in release order, I'm doing chronological order. I Googled because apparently you can read them in a bunch of different ways. And they do all like stand very well on their own. So it's like, you don't really need to read them in any order specifically, but I think chronological would be best for me because that's what the internet said, which is great. And then because reading The Parable of the Sower sent me on a tailspin, and I have been wanting to expand my Star Wars lore. I think it was Julie's friend on Instagram had a reel of like where you can start reading Star Wars books, like different places you can start in. One of them was the High Republic series, which is set 200 years roughly before the start of the trilogies that we know in the movies. I'm really interested in those books, so I was like finding them. I was finding a reading order, and like there's apparently 3 different phases of these books, and it's so interesting because there's a mix of adult books and young adult and middle grade all in these phases that people say that you should read all of them to like get all of the story and all of these different moments of these High Republic books, which is really cool. I've been like kind of scoping out for them. I was going to put them on hold through the library, but then I was like, what if I just looked on eBay? And I was looking on Facebook Marketplace to see if anyone had them on there. And there is someone in my province who has a bunch of the phase 3 ones, which is not where I want to start. There are a bunch of like signed copies of these Star Wars books, but they live 2.5 hours out of the city. And I was like, well, I'm not going to go 2.5 hours for books. It's a little ridiculous. And then I was just like, what if I just look on like Kijiji and like eBay and stuff and see what they have? And then I found a trilogy grouping of 3 of the books from phase 1, including the very first one, which is The Light of the Jedi. And so I was like, okay, great. I'm buying this because it was, I think, $30 Canadian for 3 hardcovers plus shipping. So it ended up being about $50 Canadian, which is insane because let me tell you, I was looking on like McNally's website and stuff like that, which is the local bookstore by me, my local indie, for some new releases that are coming out. And we have now officially hit the $40 for a fantasy hardcover book price. $40 for one book. I remember when I was a kid and I could get like 2 or 3 for $40. Maybe not hardcovers. Hardcovers were always around 20 bucks when I was younger, but like the fact that they are $40 now, it hurt when they were at $36 or $38, but now they're at 40. So that's what Canadian book prices are like right now. Brand new releases are $40. So really all this pricing is doing is pushing me more and more and more towards the library, because I will just order those books through the library to read them instead, and then wait for them to come out in paperback if they ever do, or find them secondhand, you know, if I want to own them. This copy, let's see, this copy of Death of the Author by Nieri Okorafor. Okay, so this one is 37 Canadian. I don't know if that's going to show up. Canada, $37. US 30. So it's like, it's still pretty insane in the US, but book prices are just fucking insane. Insane. I broke my book buying ban and I bought some books, but that's okay because I'm just gonna go back on it. I've been like mindfully spending this year because I've got this child and I have been spending a lot of money on her. And I have like a car insurance payment coming up, and eventually I need my wisdom teeth out, but that's whatever. And you know, I have my friend's wedding in June, like a bunch of different things. I gotta save money all the time. This economy. So I've been like spending more mindfully. I haven't bought very frivolously in the past couple months just on her. It's literally just been like, oh, like she needs more toys. Let's make another order. So I spent a lot of money on her, but I have not bought like books or clothes or anything, because that's usually what I was going for, or like random bits of jewelry. Like that's what would get me, is like the frivolous spending. But so I'm gonna go back on that. I'm not gonna buy any more books for a while now. Except I'm just not, straight up. I'm just not gonna buy any more books except for pre-orders. So I think there's supposed to be a pre-order that's gonna come in tomorrow. It's Emily Wilde's Compendium of Fairies, that one. Compendium of Lost Worlds, that one. I will go get that probably on Friday after my piano lesson on Valentine's Day. Treat myself, go to the bookstore, get that one. And also get my order of Parable of the Talents, because that one should be ready by then. I think it is ready at the store already for me, so I will go pick that up then. But yeah. You got good timing, sweet girl. Yeah, so that's what's up, that's what's happening. I feel like I just needed to treat myself to something, because it's been a while since I've treated myself to something. And I went through that whole thing with getting Freya and having to, you know, my mental state was something, and the world is shitty, and I've been so just holding on to my pesos. I've been in need of a little treat. And so I got myself a treat, aka books. So there will be 5 new books entering my household at some point. 6, I guess, if you count the Emily Wilde pre-order, but that wasn't an active purchase this go around. So 5 new books. I'm excited about that because I'm excited to go on my little Star Wars book journey. Like I'm very intrigued by what the Star Wars books do. There are so many of them, and it was very intimidating to like get into it, but knowing that like the High Republic is a good place to start is like one of the, like, if you're starting with the Star Wars books, pick this avenue or this avenue or this avenue, right? The High Republic is one of the avenues you can pick, and the fact that it is a newer branch of books, it is also one of the most diverse branch of books that there are in the Star Wars universe, which is my favorite thing. So I'm excited to dabble in all these different authors. I love it. I love seeing everything and like looking at all these books and stuff like that. So I have gotten, I think the ones that I'm getting are like 3 of the adult books from the High Republic. Definitely the very first one. And then there's another one, I think it's the 4th one. And then I think it's the 7th one. I don't know of like the order that I can't remember the exact one, but there's those. And then interspersed, there's like YA books, and those ones I'm gonna get from the library because I just want all the Star Wars. I just want it all. This is gonna be my journey this year for sci-fi, I think, is all the Star Wars books. But anyways, my friends, that's what's up, that's what's happening. We read a 5-star book this weekend. I wrote 10,000 words in my project. Feeling better. I'm feeling happy this weekend, which is good and much needed. And I think that February is gonna go pretty well so far. I can't believe we're already on the 10th. It's already the 10th. It's already the 10th of February. And like January took fucking 800 years. So the fact that February is already flying by is a little insane. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. And Freya and I will catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading. She's doing a heckin' snooze. I know I'm bothering her. Bye, guys.